They put a really bad whooping on the Kansas City Chiefs here. Now, are they going to make the playoffs? Now, that's the question. I'm going to go ahead and say no. I do not think the Lions are going to make the playoffs this year. I mean, I know they got. We could discuss the talent all day. The D linemen, the Ndamukong Suh. You got Megatron. Stafford's back on. Javid Best. The defense is looking good. I mean, the offense is clicking on cylinders. But I just think by default that
yes, their division. Detroit, Green Bay, Minnesota, and
the Chicago Bears.
Chicago.
So I just think from now on, you got Chicago, who hosted the NFC Championship game last year. You got the Green Bay, the Super Bowl defending champions, and then you got Minnesota.
So you're telling me Detroit can't win the wild card?
I don't think that Detroit goes 10-6 or 11-5 this year. I mean, at best, I think they go 9-7.
Let's go through their schedule, and I'll tell you why I do think they'll make the playoffs. And let's say this. Let's start off by looking at their roster. They got Matthew Stafford, who's looking like the next coming of Peyton Manning. I mean, Matthew Stafford leads the league with 7 touchdown passes. I mean, this guy leads the league in passing. I mean, his passer rating is 112. I mean, Matthew Stafford is doing his thing. And this is the thing. He has probably the best receiver in the league, bar none. 6'5", runs a 4.3 40. I mean, this guy has unbelievable
Well, we only talk
hands.
about the first 2 games of the season, too. You got to calm down.
Let's just talk about the team. And I will talk about the schedule, and I'll tell you why I think Green Bay will win the division. Detroit will win the wild card.
Over the Bears?
Over the Bears.
The Bears.
Over the Bears. Like I said, you got Megatron, who leads the league in touchdown reception with 4. They're 4th in passing as a team, 4th in passing. Detroit's defense leads the league with 8 turnovers and 4 picks. So you telling me you getting turnovers plus you have an explosive offense. You got players that are gonna do their thing regardless of who they're playing. I mean, Javid Best is a real good player. And let's check out their schedule. Next game they play the Minnesota Vikings. Do you think they beat the Minnesota Vikings?
The Vikings are struggling right now.
This week,
I say they do beat the Vikings. I'm gonna go ahead and
that's
give
another
that
win. So that's 3-0. Then they play the Cowboys in Texas. Do you think they beat the Cowboys in Texas?
So I think they beat the Cowboys.
Romo has a punctured lung.
Well, Romo's going to play. I mean, Miles won't be there, but Dez Bryant should be back by that time. I think that I'm going to go ahead and take the Cowboys in that one.
You're taking the Cowboys?
Yeah,
I'm gonna take the Cowboys is injury riddle. They're in shambles.
They're really not injury riddle because you got Terrence
Do you think
Newman
the Cowboys'
back.
offense is going to be able to put up the numbers that
Yes.
And let me tell you this. Tony
Come
Romo,
on. Tony Romo lit the Jets defense up, my man. What are you talking about?
Hold on.
Come
Tony
on.
Romo with a punctured lung.
He came back and beat the 49ers.
And Ndamukong Suh on his, it ain't going to work. You can't tell me.
I mean, in your opinion, it's not going to work. But to me, I mean, you like one of the best defenses up in week 1. You tell me he can't put up those numbers against Detroit. Detroit don't have half the corners that the freaking Jets do. It's not even a comparison. Miles might not be there, but you'll have Brian back.
Lit up? I thought all the ridicule he got after the game, man, he didn't have a great game.
Those are from stupid so-called experts that don't know nothing
you blew
what they're talking about.
You blew the game.
You blew the game.
You threw a pick to Revis to lose the game.
Let's look at his statistics, though. Look at what he threw. He threw for over 300 and some odd yards. He threw for touchdown. The guy, they moved the ball up and down the field on that Jets defense. So you can't sit here and tell me that the Detroit Lions are going to go ahead and shut down the Cowboys offense. I can't agree with that.
I didn't say they're going to shut down the Cowboys offense. I said, is the Cowboys going to be able to put up the amount of points that a shootout is going to be required? I say no.
I think they will.
All right, Josh says yes. I say no. So let's say they're 3-1, 4-0. Either way. Then you play the Chicago Bears at home. I say that's a win in Ford Field, 4-1. Then they play San Francisco 49ers. You think they beat the 49ers?
I mean,
at
with
home?
that, well, I mean, as long as we keep the ball in Alex Smith's hands, I mean, I get the 49ers would have a chance. But I mean, Detroit probably would be favored though.
Okay,
yeah.
5-1. Then they play the Falcons at home. That can go either way.
I mean,
5-2,
the Falcons
6-1.
got a squad.
Then
man.
they play the Broncos. they can beat the Broncos.
They can beat the Broncos.
Easy.
The Broncos
then they play
fine.
the Bears again. They got to split with the Bears, so they beat the Bears on that one. So that's telling me they're already at to seven wins. And they play Cam in Carolina at home, so they beat them.
Which
there.
could be a tough game because at that point in time, though, Cam is going to be
okay.
He's going to be what? That's going to be his 8th, 9th game in the league at that point in time. He should be getting it down packed.
I still think I like Detroit's offense over Cam's offense. Then they play the Packers at home. We'll give that a loss. They play New Orleans after. I'll say that's a loss, back-to-back losses. Then they beat Minnesota, beat the Raiders, and lose to maybe San Diego.
I mean, you jumped the gun there with the Raiders record. A little bit, too.
That's a 10-6 record. Easy 10-6 record. I mean,
it's good right now. We're looking at it on paper, but like I said, at the end of the day, we got to go out and we still got to play the game. So, I mean, yeah, like I said, I think that best they get. I think they go 9-7. I don't know about 10-6 because if they do go 10-6, they do make the playoffs at that point in time. But 9-7,
exactly.
I don't know if 9-7 gets you in the playoffs in that division. The Bears Bears do not suck like a lot of people are criticizing the Bears for that the offense is. I mean, they did play the Saints. I mean, the offense didn't look that great, but the Bears, you remember, they hosted the NFC Championship game last year, and they didn't lose too many pieces. So, I mean, like I said, that division is going to be competitive.
To me, the issue with the Bears still remains, which has always been the issue with the Bears. This team has a quarterback who makes bad decisions, and they can't run the ball. So if you can't run the ball, and you got a guy who turns over the ball frequently, who doesn't handle the blitz well, and who can get broken. I mean, if you blitz this guy, you can break him. He's breakable.
I don't really think it's his. I don't think it's really him. I just think it's really that just there's no receivers. There is no big play receivers on that team. You got Matt Forte that's leading your team in probably reception yards, receptions, and everything because that's the only person that makes plays on that team. You're paying Devin Hester all that money to do what? Now he can't even return no more. So we don't know why you're paying Devin Hester all that money at receiver. You go pick up Roy Williams. He doesn't he's paying out to be anything. I mean, Johnny Knox is Johnny Knox. I mean, I don't know. I mean, but we're not talking about the Bears here. We're going to go ahead and you got them making the playoffs. I think they're going to miss the playoffs, but they do